Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. On today's episode, I want to highlight an EX character that got a little bit of a reworking with the latest update, Zygarde. Now, full disclosure, I'm going to show you his abilities and talk about him before I take him into battle. I have tried to use him a few times, and quite honestly, I can't even get to a point where I ever use him. So I definitely want to go over his abilities and why he could be a useful Pokemon. He has a special plate that goes with him. Want to discuss that a little bit, but just know that when I take him into play, I'm going to try my best to get him some action. I may just kamikaze him just to make sure he gets some action, but just know I haven't found a great use for him yet. So with that being said, I know I've hyped him up a lot and you guys are super eager to drop him into your decks, I'm sure. The reason why I chose him is because I keep opening. Look, I have chain level 4 on him. I feel like this is probably my strongest Pokemon in my entire arsenal, and I can't use him. And I keep pulling more of his cards. So we've got a nice gold of 50. I've got it bumped up to 51, 100 attack, and then Land's Wrath, which is his big. That's what he's known for, is at 70. Obviously, I've got the chain links because I keep drawing more of them. But what is interesting about him is Land's Wrath is all other Pokemon. So when it lands on this, and it always has to land on it, he doesn't just get to make everybody else spin. So when he lands on his 70 spin, everybody else on the board, and everybody else on the board, your players included, are going to spin. Anybody that lands on purple is back to the PC with you. So what they did is they created a plate just for him. And if you go into the plates, it's called Land's Energy. And what this is going to do is, instead of everybody spinning, it's going to negate your own Pokemon from having to respin, which is a great bonus. But no flying types on the other side are going to spin. And that kind of is not super useful when you consider the 3 legendary birds, flying types, the 2 new dragons, flying types. You've got Gyarados, flying type. What is it? Like Xerneas and Velta are flying types. So there's a ton of flying types. They're very heavy in the meta. So it's going to exclude a lot of Pokemon and a lot of potential opponents that you're going to go up against. Where this could be helpful is the Deoxys. There's a lot of purple on those, and they're not flying types. The Reuniclus, lots of purple, again, non-flying type. So this could be a nice piece to put in if you find yourself running up against a lot of Reuniclus decks, a lot of Deoxys decks. And he is decently strong. And so with an X attack, who knows? I am going to run Land's Energy, his specific plate. I'm going to run a Gold Block because he is only a 1 MP. So in my book, those are 2 really big strikes against him already. Is I've dedicated half of my plates to just accommodating him and his lack of mobility and the ability to respin my entire team. So I'm already down to just 2 or 3 plates for everybody else on my team. I'm going to go ahead and use Hurdle Jump and Double Chance. And with all that said, let's get into our first match. I'm just going to do a room match. Like I said, I've used him a couple times. Never gotten to the point where I could use him. This is a squad we're going to roll with: Glaceon, Squirtle, Pupitar, Evolution, Flygon, and Hydreigon. So now let's start looking for an opponent. But one thing that's interesting about this deck that I've constructed, and this would not be a deck I recommend copying. We're going to try to highlight Zygarde for sure, but this is a total troll deck in the fact that once we evolve Pupitar into Tyranitar, everybody but Glaceon and Squirtle all have the ability to make people respin. So it's kind of the opposite of the Reuniclus deck where they keep spinning. These are going to force the other opponents to spin. What I'm hoping for with this deck, oh my goodness, I've never actually seen one of these decks. So Frost, I like it. What I'm hoping for is them all hitting purple and their entire team just getting wiped off the field. So I can tell you right now with what I have to look out for is his guys stack their, oh my goodness, I can't even talk, I'm flustered here. We're gonna set up Squirtle on defense. His guys, and I'm sure they're all set up for evolutions. When they're next to each other, Dino, maybe they're not. No, they're not. But they're all gonna stack. So whenever they're next to each other like a round deck, they will, I'm just gonna attack this thing quick because I think I am anyways. 40, because I wanna fire off that evolution and I don't want them to get the entire field with them. No, darn. Because plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, and all of a sudden his guys are dropping like 90 and 100 damage on me super fast. Let's see if we can't get out here and freeze somebody. And if you've been watching my videos, nice. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I like to play more of a control style. And so I've even said, like, don't bum rush. But when decks stack their abilities, sometimes you have to rush. This is not good. He's already got 3 of them out there. What plates does he have? X attack. Oh, as if he needed the X attacks. And he's got hurdle jumps, so I've got to be careful about counters. I really need to try to knock this guy out. No. He's going to knock me back. And I'm glad that he doesn't have the evolution on that, because that would have triggered the evolution. He is, what is it, Zuelos? Yeah, Zuelos is one of the ones that is easy to evolve. This is just getting ugly. I don't think that I can beat 40, 50, 60. He's doing plus, so he's doing 80 damage. There's no reason to attack him anymore. We're just going to kind of retreat a little bit here and play defense because my attempts to knock him out quick were unsuccessful. Now he's doing a ton of damage. 80. Man. And I really need to get something out here that's going to force people to respin. Flygon has that ability with Dragometer. If I can get this, Dracometer is going to force people to respin. So actually, this is a really nice deck for making people respin. I need to trigger the Land's energy on Zygarde because I don't want to get in a position where my entire team is respinning. I've got a lot of purple out there at the moment. One thing about Land's energy is when you use it, like the Cosmo plate for the Deoxys, that's your turn. So you can't, it's not one of those plates where you use and then you proceed forward with your move. So I haven't even been paying attention to any kind of strategy. I know that this is not good. He's gonna just march around and push us everywhere. You know what? For the sake of this video, because we are trying to wipe out the board in one spin, we want the 70. I promise I have no extra control and ability. I think they all spin. So even though I lost there, we took out 2 of his Pokemon, so that was huge. That was, like, aside from the entire team getting wiped out, that was the best we could have hoped for there. And kind of funny to see his entire team flying off the board there. So now he is doing 30, so that's 70. I'm just going to rush the goal a little bit here. I do have a hurdle jump. I don't think. That doesn't matter. So Valence has a really nice purple sized wheel as well. He's doing plus 30. I can't beat that. I'm on weight there. So we'll just move him up a little bit. This is a really interesting deck. I could take Glaceon, drop him there in the corner. That would be an easy surround for him, so we're not going to do that. I think my best bet is going to be to take out the corner. You know what? I really want to trigger this evolution. Perfect. So we're going to bring Tyranitar. So now Tyranitar has Earthquake, which is going to cause people to respin. Flygon and Hydreigon have Draco Meter, which are going to cause opponents to respin. And then Zygarde, who's hanging out in the spa or the PC trying to get better. And let's see. It'd be nice to freeze him here and not get knocked back. Back up. Wouldn't do any good to advance there. If I roll Flyaway, everything's a trap. If I moved in for the surround, I'd get surrounded myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide him over. Hydreigon is another one where I seem to get a lot of them. That actually opens up a nice little window. What am I doing on time here? Okay. If I go there, fly away, still sets me up to get surrounded. He can't come around here. So we're actually going to go, and this is a decent matchup. Actually, it's not, because he has the buff from his other. Now I can take Flygon. 40, he's doing 70. I'm probably not gonna land. So we're just gonna go here, but not attack. I could get Flyaway and go into the corner. Could use Hurdle Jump here. And just completely close off his entry point. And I could get the surround with Squirtle because I do have Gold Block. So I can move Hydreigon over after that. Yeah, he doesn't want me there. And we're going to gain weight. That's a bummer. I'm going to attack here, because even if I get Flyaway, that means that I can take out his corner again. He got Protect. Or my white would have beat his white, so that was a low-risk maneuver there. Now I'm in trouble of getting surrounded. I already used my Hurdle Jump. I'm going to backtrack to attack here, because if Glaceon gets surrounded, that opens up his corner for Flygon. Or he just flat out loses. Bummer. All right, back to the drawing board, and again, we're down to 1 minute. Well, this is still my best matchup. Okay. Okay. Both the corners are covered. And then we're just gonna lock those down. It's probably gonna come back at me because Roar has the push away. For Squirtle, all right. And he's gonna make me respin. And that is a white move over 70 for sure. So that's gonna get Tyranitar sent back to the PC. Allow him. If you've watched the videos the last couple days, you know that I've had these huge comebacks. And if I'm going to win this one, it's going to be the same type of thing. A miss. Definitely not what we were wanting out of Zygarde, who we're trying to feature and trying to show how he's good. And that's what happened. So, what do we do next? We could just... Like, I don't even know, aside from him just missing, what good could come out of that. But when he re-rolls, I believe they have to do a white 70 or more. None of these guys have 70. So Flygon with 16 seconds it is. Fly away. Squirtle can't hold up his end of the deal. Oh, like all we're doing is we're praying for a miss on his part at this point. 13 seconds, it's not looking good again. Oh, and we land on the miss. That's terrible. Lots of misses today. Oh, and of course he lands on the miss when we can't do anything about it. Draco Meteor would be one of the good outcomes where I could potentially, but let's see. I don't know that Flygon even has the power to take him out. Aside from him landing on this. Well, so that's going to probably be the end of this video, barring some kind of craziness, like a miss, or I don't even know. It's a very interesting deck that they put together, by the way. Very interesting for the upcoming potential Dragon Gem. At this point, I don't even know if we're actually going to get one or not. And there's the time up loss. So I didn't really get to showcase. Zygarde did get the one spin where everybody on the field was forced. Every one of your opponents was forced to spin. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. There are probably some better deck compositions that he would thrive better in. One thing you could do is, instead of using the plate for lands in and taking up a plate spot, is you can construct your team to have Jolteons, Metagross is another one, who Charizard is another one. You could go Charmeleon to Charizard. Things that have little to no purple in them, and then on your own team, and that would alleviate the need to have to use an additional plate spot just for him. So that's going to do it for today's installment. If you have any information, if you've used them, leave it down in the comments. I'd like to know how to use them. Like I said, I've got 4 chain links on the guy, and I can't find a use for him. I see where he could be good. I just can't come up with a deck creation that would make him useful for me and my style of play. But if you've used him, if you like him, go ahead and leave that down in the comments. Let me know, and then I'd love to revisit this and build a deck with some of your viewer suggestions. If you've liked the content here, if you've liked where this channel is going, leave in the comments some suggestions. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see. I really want to create this channel so you guys feel like you're gaining insight and information, kind of a how-to for playing the game. So until next time, I'll check you later.